What's up, guys? I hope all of you have had a blessed week so far. I hope that life has been treating you well. I hope all of you have been seeking the Lord and jogging out here, man. I thought today I'd do something a little different, you know what I mean? Welcome to one of my off-season sessions. Last season saw a lot of good things for me. Changed position, I'm now a fullback, and I've seen a lot of strides in my game. So this season, by the grace of God, we're trying to just build on that momentum, you know what I mean? We're trying to really make it the best season that I've had so far, playing at the highest level I've played so far in performances and club. So I thought I'd take you through my session. So this right here is my warm-up. Obviously, I'm a very fast and athletic player. As a fullback who likes to bomb on and go forward, there's going to be a lot of changing of direction, a lot of lateral movements. So I thought, you know what, this is a good way to start off my session, you know, get the legs warm and just, prepare myself for what's to come. I try to do it on both my left and my right side, simply because I want to be comfortable of pushing off both feet, because there's going to be a lot of single leg, explosiveness that happens during a game. So I try to make sure that I'm comfortable on both sides. It's easy for me to push off my left and my right, so that I'm able to, if needed, if I had to play left back, or if I was in an awkward position whereby I had to push off my left, I'd be capable. So and this warm-up I did for about 2 sets of 3 on each side, just to get my legs warm. I'd already done a jog and did my dynamic stretching, so it was just a good way to get my legs feeling sharp for what was to come. Next is my technical warm-up. So punch the ball into the wall, first a bounce and then a punched pass, and then you take your touch to either side of the cone, and then you pass it into the channel on that side. Then you take your touch on the half turn and you drive to the cone, and once you do, you have to take a sharp turn to get away from pressure. Similar principle here, but this time I'm just changing the fly of the ball, so trying to just make it as difficult as possible for me to take a touch. The good thing about the fence is you never really know how the bounce is going to come, and when you're playing non-league, knowing the kind of pitches you could potentially play on is very important. That as a fullback, your first touch is right and you're able to judge the bounce and just be used to different situations. So same principle, but just different flights of the ball. So as you can see here, as I've taken this touch, the ball comes at a really quick speed, so it's important for me to be set to take my first touch into space, take my touch on the half turn so that I'm able to drive in and, make things happen. The second phase was a receiving drill to play a pass into a channel. So essentially the goals acted as a wide man or a midfielder. And as a fullback, you probably have the most options on the pitch. There are a number of angles that you're going to be able to play the ball to. So I'm just getting comfortable with the idea of getting on the half turn and playing it out to my wide man or to my midfielder. So yeah. The main part of the session, and my favorite part of the session, was all about my 1v1s, driving into space, going down the line and getting a crossing. that's a big part of my game. Getting involved in the final third play, just trying to be a nuisance, varying the touches, sometimes going inside to create space to go outside. And yeah, man, just trying to get as many reps as possible to be as dangerous as I can be in the wide areas. And as we all know, pre-season would not be the same without some running. So essentially how my run today worked was I jogged all the way to the beginning of the 18-yard box, and then from there I would sprint all the way to the other side, to the other 18-yard box. At the very start of that line as well, I would jog to the end and then come back, and I did this for about 6 different sprints. Usually I do around like 8 to 10, but I had a pretty heavy session on Monday, so my legs were kind of feeling it, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm able to take it. I don't really want to risk injury, so we just stuck for 6 today. But yeah, so yeah, man, that was my session. Another step in the right direction, another day on the hard graft. And yeah, man, I hope you lot enjoyed, and let this be a lesson. You gotta graft, work hard, so that the Lord's name may be glorified on the largest stage possible. This road to pro is all for him, not for me. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you lot were inspired, and I'll see you in the next one.